Hi, this is Adam from Sorcerous Intrusions. I just wanted to briefly discuss the demon Beleth, as I've been doing some work with this intelligence over the last few weeks, and this has resulted in a variety of lively demonstrations of power that I'm very pleased with. So, a little background. Beleth is a goetic demon, or Goshic demon. I don't know, however the hell you pronounce it. Everybody says it different. Which I feel is kind of a largely meaningless distinction. That grimoire doesn't grant these creatures existence. It's just the most popular record of work with them, and it's a largely fictional work at that. Nevertheless, Beleth is assigned a solar correspondence, some other particulars that aren't important to me, so I won't bore you. Beleth is a king, certainly within the hierarchies relevant to him, or maybe her, according to some people. He is said to arrive atop a horse, surrounded by cats, with disembodied trumpets playing, throwing a fit, and otherwise being scary. I never experienced anything like this. In fact, the manifestation was calm, androgynous, and decidedly regal. So, the Goetic manuals almost universally describe a scenario where the magician is required to have a battle of wills with the demon, finally wrestling him into submission with a series of curses and bondage spells. What's hilarious is that the next instruction advises the magician to receive the demon with courtesy and respect on account of his royal status. These grimoires are generally riddled with hypocrisy, not the least of which is the focus on living a holy and virtuous life of prayer and sacrifice while spending your Saturday nights summoning sex demons. What a fucking joke. I've never bothered with the methods described in the traditional grimoires, except perhaps in my youth, and then only once or twice as I would quickly become exasperated by the nonsense. When I work with a demon or any non-human spirit, I don't call upon Empyrean spirits for protection. I don't sling Hebrew holy names around, and I certainly don't start my relationship off with insulting commands. I don't even use protective circles. It's fucking embarrassing as far as I'm concerned. I'll get into my method in the next video. So in these most recent workings, I do use the traditional sigils of the demon. Um, these are the sigils I could find for working with Beleth. I'll show them here. I don't always use sigils, and I've demonstrated time and again that effective contact can be made with no symbolic representation of the demon at all. In the case of Beleth, I use the sigils as points of focus for transmitting specific information about my statements of will. My first working was for some very specific and complex sexual manifestations in sex magic, with multiple points of reality that would need adjusting simultaneously. And while I do like to think of myself as both virile and a skilled multitasker, this particular scenario would require some assistance, and that's where Beleth comes in. Needless to say, the results have been more than satisfactory, hence this video. I've set up a special honors for Beleth using a 7-day candle. It's been painted with relevant symbolism, as well as some pine incense that I ordered. It's supposed to be of exceptional quality. Finally, I'm honoring Beleth's assistance by making this video to spread his lore around and hopefully encourage other magicians to experiment for themselves. A funny side note on the interesting side effects of working with Beleth in this manner, several times I found myself totally randomly at the ready, if you know what I mean. And I'm not talking about a run-of-the-mill situation, more like a painfully engorged 19-year-old on his first trip beyond third base situation. It was amusing given the circumstances for this manifestation, like giving a lecture. Fortunately, there was a podium.